Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, Google, and Apple. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. We use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. So if you like these videos, go to StockBookie.com, sign up for the free membership, go to YouTube, and subscribe. All right, so Facebook, guys, 14 million on the day, $1.91 or 1.29%. A little bit weak, though, below the MAs, so we'll have to watch for this. Bullish case, got to get back above the MAs, get the high pivot, gap fill, then the all-time high, 156.50, then up or down. Earnings are coming up, 50-50 shot to go up and down, but we'll keep an eye on the pattern to see which way we think these things can go. If they gap up, we'll be looking for sell areas, for short areas, and if they go, if we gap down and go lower, then we'll look for bounce areas too as well. So let's keep an eye on those on Facebook. But right now, guys, back below the MAs, shopping around. Let's wait for pattern. Back above, slightly more bullish, stays below, slightly more bearish. So we got good support. Still think everything's coming to the 200 MA. If we go down, everything goes up, we'll probably go right to the all-time highs and try to continue higher on a lot of these equities. So keep an eye on that as well. Volume was okay today, so gave us that. That's what we take, put it to the pieces of the puzzle, and try to figure out where they go. So Amazon, guys, great retrace, came right back in, slightly bearish, chop, 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 goes down, recaptures the 50 MA at the end of the day. So we're right there. Let's see if we continue higher. We had a nice little sell-off, whatever. What is it? Yeah, 60 points or whatever. Where'd it go to? Yeah, 70? Yeah, about, say 65. So 65 points down, people start to buy. You're into this trend line too. That's really important. So good support down here, little extended, popped right back in. You had the gap fill down in here, closed above gap fill, closed above the 50, closed above the trend line. So that's what you wanted to see if you were bullish. Got to keep going, guys. If you're bullish, you need to get back above the 20 MA and continue higher. We are going to earnings as well. So maybe people buy into earnings, then we sell, or do people sell into earnings and then we continue to sell? It's going to be interesting earnings. See what happens. I'm not sure what the dates of these are, but I'm going to start looking because in the following weeks they're going to be coming up or on deck. So right now, guys, nothing wrong. 1774 up, back above the 50 and the 200. Amazon's okay. Volume was okay too, but man, this thing chops around like the Facebook pattern. 20 MA curls in the price. That could be setting up. Here's your target, 855, guys. So that's what I'm looking at on Amazon for the downside. Upside, you got to get past the all-time high and then possibly higher prices. That could do it on earnings. Before then, I think we're going to chop or possibly come in, and we'll see what happens. We'll see if this thing can reverse and get some follow through tomorrow and Friday and close above the 20 MA on Amazon. If it doesn't, then we'll wait for pattern and see which way this thing could possibly go. All right, let's look at Netflix and Nflx. Daily chart, 46 million. It was okay. Average volume, 144 up, or almost 1% up on the day. A little bit weaker. Came in, nice little retrace inside bar. Couldn't recapture the 20 MA. Came right back in. Starting to slide a little bit. I don't know why I have that. That's an old fib in there. But we have this trend line as well. Let's go back a little bit. Yeah, so Netflix, it was moving for a couple months. I mean, same thing. Moving, comes in, retraces right back up to the top, comes right back in, starts to consolidate, comes back down, catches the trend line down in here, and then also you have a gap window, gap fill, and you have a little pivot down in here around 138. Again, though, what's down here? 200 moving average at 135. So I think we can get down there to 135. That's the area where we'll be interested in. But I still think we're going back to November lows, guys. November lows. Gap fill right there at $100. So I don't know how fast, how far, it goes, but one step at a time. If we start coming in, slipping, these are the areas I'm going to be watching for. Gap window. There's a couple gaps down here too, but ultimately, if the markets are really weak, this is the numbers where everything's going. November, guys. It's wherever that was. Well, November, actually right here. So this was about 112 or so, 115, 120. So 135 is the first target though on the 200 MA. All right, let's go to Googl. These guys, they had good up moves today. 1.39%, $12.80 up. But you expect it. Look what it hit, guys. This thing fell. Daily chart. Look at this upper trend line here. Where did it go into? And then what else was here? It was a gap window. So that's another area to say, hey, you know what? I could probably get interested in Googl. But now, daily chart, does it start chopping around? This comes in. Look, all the charts are doing the same thing. 20 MAs curling in the price, 50 MAs kind of rolling over, going down, sideways, a little bit oversold. So will you get a nice little retrace, or will it stay at the low end of this little down move? If it does that, then we're looking for lower prices. Well, guess where we're going? The 200 MA at 856. So this one, that's still another 80 bucks or so. You have the gap fill. Where's this one back in November? Unless it goes to November lows, guys. There's a big gap fill down in here around 753. But everything kind of looks the same. Everything got up here, then kind of rolled over. And then it's going to even be a little head and shoulder, guys. Look at that. That's not bad. It's like borderline. Gosh, yeah. Darn. But if that's true, that would take us right about to the 200 MA. That's interesting. So watch for that on Googl. And let's go into Aapl. Aapl was a little bit weak today, 0.41% up, 59 cents on the day. Just can't get anything going, guys. Aapl, we talked about this. Bearish pattern, downside, just chop. They're waiting for earnings, guys. They're going to chop, 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 chop. Maybe it comes in their earnings, and then it hits the 200 and then bounces, after possibly. But just be careful. That's a pretty good pattern at an all-time high, guys. That patterns like this, they play out. They're pretty nasty. But if they fail, then we could go to the upside even more. So 160, 165. I'd even look for 175 if this thing really started going. So, but this pattern here, guys, lower prices, 20. Look out at 20 MAs curling in the price, like what we talk about. That should send it down. Where again? 200 MA, 130.24. Right in that area. Everything's about a 14-point drop. That'd be some symmetry in all these charts if that happens. So watch for that. Markets love symmetry, but right now a little bit weak. Bullish case, you got to get back above the 20 and the 50 and make a run for the roses to the top. Maybe it runs up into earnings, possibly. It looks like things possibly could run down into earnings, and then we'll take it from there. But Aapl, guys, a little bit weak on the charts. We'll look at the weekly close. That's going to be important on Friday. Like every other Friday, it's always important, guys, the closes, weekly closes, daily closes, and monthly closes. We just had the end of June. So we're looking at some big chart patterns on those time frames. Takes a little longer to play out in the monthly and the weekly, but eventually they do, and they usually come in really nice. So, all right, guys, if you like the videos, like I said, go to StockBookie.com, sign up, it's free. Go to YouTube, subscribe, and again, I really do appreciate you watching my videos and stopping by. God bless. See you on the charts.